You can fast for 16 hours and still not get the results you were hoping for. In fact, choosing the wrong method could leave you feeling dizzy, exhausted, irritable, and so hungry that you end the fast with a meal that makes your body feel even worse. That is because fasting is not simply about forcing yourself to go without food for as long as possible. What really matters is choosing a schedule that fits your body, preparing properly before you begin, and knowing how to eat again when the fast is over. Today, we are counting down 7 of the most important things you need to know about popular fasting methods. The final 2 may determine whether your fasting experience feels manageable or turns into a frustrating cycle of restriction and overeating.
Let's begin with the simplest method. Number 7. The 12-12 method.
This is one of the most beginner-friendly fasting schedules. You eat during a 12-hour window and fast for the remaining 12 hours. For example, you might finish dinner at 7 p.m. and eat breakfast at 7 a.m. the following morning. That may sound too easy, right? Many people believe a schedule this simple cannot really be considered fasting.
But the goal at the beginning is not to break a fasting record.
The goal is to help your body move away from the habit of eating continuously, from early in the morning until right before bedtime.
Think of your digestive system like a kitchen.
If you keep bringing in new stacks of dirty dishes, the kitchen never has enough time to clean up and take a break. An overnight break may also help you recognize the difference between true physical hunger and the urge to eat because you are bored, stressed, or watching television.
To try this method, begin with one small change. Stop eating after dinner.
During the fasting period, many people choose water or other calorie-free drinks, as long as their health and medications allow it. Number 6. The 14-10 method where, with this schedule, you fast for 14 hours and eat within a 10-hour window.
For example, you might eat between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m.
A common misunderstanding is that you must completely skip breakfast for fasting to work. In reality, many people simply need to eat dinner earlier and delay breakfast by an hour or 2. This can be a much more comfortable transition than jumping directly into a 16-8 schedule.
Your body works a little like an alarm clock. It becomes accustomed to receiving food at certain times.
When you change that schedule, hunger may still appear at the usual hour, even when your body is not truly running out of energy. That is why you do not need to change everything in one day. You can begin with a 12-hour fast and gradually add another 30 minutes or 1 hour when you feel comfortable. However, if fasting causes ongoing headaches, dizziness, sleep problems, or difficulty concentrating at work, that is not a sign that you need more willpower. It is a sign that the schedule may need to be adjusted. Number 5. The 16-8 method. This is probably the best-known form of intermittent fasting.
You fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window.
For example, you might eat between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. or between noon and 8 p.m.
But there is a common trap. Some people fast all morning and then assume they can eat anything they want.
They begin with sweets, move on to fast food, and finish with an oversized meal before bed.
Fasting cannot turn low-quality food into nutritious food. Think of your 8-hour eating window as a smaller suitcase. You still need to pack the essentials inside it: protein, vegetables, healthy fats, fiber-rich foods, and enough fluids. When you break your fast, choose a balanced meal instead of treating it like an opportunity to make up for everything you missed.
Eat slowly and stop when you feel comfortably satisfied, not when your stomach is painfully full. The 16-8 schedule can be convenient for some people, but that does not mean it is ideal for everyone.
Your work schedule, activity level, sleep quality, medications, and overall health should all be considered. Number 4. The 5-2 method. This method does not restrict your eating hours every day. Instead, you eat your usual diet for 5 days of the week and significantly reduce your calorie intake on 2 non-consecutive days. The phrase, "eat normally," is where many people become confused. It does not mean overeating for 5 days to make up for the 2 restricted days. If your overall diet still contains too many sugary drinks, ultra-processed foods, and oversized portions, the 5-2 schedule cannot fix everything. Think of this method as slowing down for 2 days, not slamming on the brakes, and then stepping fully on the gas the next morning. When you are starting out, the 2 lower-calorie days should not be placed back-to-back. Choose days when you have fewer physical demands, no intense workouts, and enough time to prepare simple, nutritious meals. Because your food intake changes considerably from one day to another, this method may be more difficult to manage. Anyone with an underlying health condition or anyone taking medication should speak with a qualified healthcare professional before trying it. Number 3. A 24-hour fast or alternate day fasting. At this level, much more caution is necessary. Some people fast from dinner one evening until dinner the following evening. Others eat normally one day and then fast or severely restrict food the next day. The most dangerous misunderstanding is the belief that the longer you fast, the more your body detoxes. Your body already has a liver, kidneys, lungs, and digestive system to process and remove waste. Fasting is not a magical detox button. A longer fast is like running a long-distance race. Someone who regularly walks and trains may adapt more easily, but a person who has never exercised should not begin with a marathon. Longer fasts may increase the risk of dehydration, exhaustion, low blood pressure, or blood sugar problems in some people. Do not extend a fast for several days simply because you saw someone completing a challenge on social media. Children, teenagers, pregnant or breastfeeding women, people who are underweight, individuals with a history of eating disorders, and those with medical conditions requiring medication should not attempt prolonged fasting without professional medical guidance. Number 2. Prepare before you begin. The first mistake often happens during the final meal before the fast. Many people believe they should eat as much as possible because they will not be eating again for several hours.
They choose a heavy dinner filled with fried foods, salty dishes, and sugary desserts.
The result is often thirst, bloating, poor sleep, and discomfort before the fast has even begun. Your final meal should not feel like a farewell feast. It should be more like preparing steady fuel for a road trip.
Include protein, vegetables, fiber-rich foods, an appropriate amount of carbohydrates, and enough water. First, identify your purpose. Are you trying to improve your eating schedule, reduce mindless snacking, support a health goal, or fast for spiritual reasons? A clear purpose makes it easier to follow a reasonable plan instead of changing your schedule whenever your mood changes. Next, do not begin on a day filled with stressful work, intense exercise, or physically demanding tasks.
If you normally drink a lot of coffee or other caffeinated beverages, consider reducing them gradually.
Stopping caffeine suddenly may cause headaches, fatigue, or irritability. Most importantly, review your medications. Some medications need to be taken with food. Insulin and certain blood sugar lowering medications may also require professional adjustment. Never stop taking medication or change the dose on your own just to fit a fasting schedule.
Number 1. Break your fast the right way. This may be the most important step, yet it is frequently overlooked. After going several hours without food, many people imagine
that their body is waiting for a large pizza, a plate of fried food, or a pile of sugary desserts. But your digestive system is more like a car that has been sitting still for a while. You do not need to push the gas pedal all the way down the moment the engine starts again.
after a shorter fast, such as 12, 14, or 16 hours, most healthy adults can usually begin
with a normal, balanced meal in a moderate portion. Eat slowly. You might choose eggs, fish, lean meat, vegetables, soup,
plain yogurt, or another easy-to-digest meal that your body is already familiar with.
You do not need a large glass of sugary juice or an enormous meal
To replace every calorie you did not eat during the fast. Eating too much too quickly may leave you feeling bloated, sleepy, and uncomfortable.
It can also pull you back into the same cycle of restricting food and then overeating.
However, if you have eaten very little or nothing for several days, the situation is completely different.
Reintroducing food too quickly may cause dangerous shifts in fluids and electrolytes in people at risk. Prolonged fasting should be medically supervised and should not be attempted or managed alone at home. A successful fast is not measured by the number of hours you manage to tolerate hunger.
It is measured by whether you remain alert, maintain adequate nutrition, and follow a healthy lifestyle,
without falling into a cycle of extreme restriction and uncontrolled eating.
You can begin with a 12-12 schedule. Observe how your body responds,
and increase the fasting period only when the schedule genuinely feels appropriate.
There is no single fasting method that is best for everyone.
This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Speak with a doctor or registered dietitian before fasting if you have an underlying medical condition, take medication, are pregnant or breastfeeding, or have a history of disordered eating.
Which method feels the most realistic for you? 12-12, 14-10, or 16-8?
Share your choice in the comments below. Thank you for watching until the end.
And if this video helped you understand how to fast more safely,
please hit the like button and subscribe to Healthy Dad Habits for more simple, practical health habits every week.